Disney World is taking the most wonderful time of the year and kicking it up a few notches thanks to all the new and returning offerings that you're not going to want to miss out on. Hey everybody, it's AJ for Disney Food Vlog. Okay, every holiday season, Disney World goes over the top to bring its guests unique food and exclusive festivities, tons of seasonal fun for the whole family. But with all of these seasonal offerings on the table, how are you supposed to keep everything straight? And what do you need to prioritize to make sure your holiday vacation is the one that goes down in history like Rudolph? Grab a cup of cocoa and a nice fluffy blanket because we've got your ultimate list of Disney World holiday activities that'll guarantee you'll pull off the best Christmas trip ever. All right, brand new holiday party alert. Hollywood Studios is amping up its festive spirit this year with the brand new after-hours event called Jollywood Nights. Jollywood Nights will be a separately ticketed Christmas party that'll take place from 8:30 p.m. to 12:30 a.m. on 10 nights between November 11th and December 20th. If you don't have a regular theme park ticket for Hollywood Studios that date, you'll still be able to enter the park at 7 p.m. with a party ticket, just so you can see the park before all the party excitement begins. Depending on which night you visit, ticket prices will range from $159 to $179 per person. And what can you expect to see at Jollywood Nights? Well, lots of stuff they've already announced. Entertainment options during the party will include a live holiday special hosted by Kermit the Frog and Miss Piggy, where guest stars like Tiana and Belle will also make an appearance. A Nightmare Before Christmas sing-along hosted by Jack Skellington and Oogie Boogie, an otherworldly soiree, quote-unquote, we don't know much about it, over at Tower of Terror, a jazz lounge at the Hollywood Brown Derby, and so much more. And before Jollywood Nights was ever a thing, Hollywood Studios liked to celebrate the season with an end-of-the-night holiday show across the Grauman's Chinese Theater, and that show's coming back for Jollywood Nights. Jingle Bell, Jingle Bam happens each night of the party and features holiday music and fireworks and special effects and projections of your favorite festive characters. But let's not forget about the other after-hours holiday party happening this season. I guess the Jollywood Nights' big brother, Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party, is back. On 25 nights from November 9th through December 22nd, Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party is going to take place inside Magic Kingdom. And it brings with it shows like Mickey's Most Merriest Celebration, Mickey's Once Upon a Christmas Time Parade, Minnie's Wonderful Christmas Time Fireworks, and the Club Tinsel and Disney Junior Jingle Jam dance parties. But one of our favorite parts about this party, it's one of the only times you're going to see it snow, parentheses, Snope, on parentheses, flurrying down Main Street, USA. Much like Jollywood Nights, party ticket holders will be able to enter the parks early, even if they don't have a regular day ticket. But unlike Jollywood Nights, you'll be able to enter as early as 4 p.m. to get 3 extra hours of Magic Kingdom time before the festivities commence. The party runs from 7 p.m. to midnight, and adult ticket prices cost $159 to $199 per person, depending on which night you visit. And don't worry, your kids can come too, their tickets are a little bit less. Now, Jollywood Nights and Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party have 2 different Christmas-themed vibes going on, but they've got quite a few things in common. For starters, both holiday parties feature rare meet and greet opportunities. At Jollywood Nights, you're going to be able to meet characters like Powerline Max, Phineas and Ferb, and Edna Mode. Meanwhile, over at Very Merry Christmas Party, you can meet other exclusive characters that could include, aka they have in the past, Tweedledee and Tweedledum, Jack and Sally, Scrooge McDuck, and whoever else decides that they want to celebrate along with you that evening. For each party, your My Disney Experience app, as well as your physical party map, will let you know where to find specific character greeting locations. Another thing these parties have in common, most of the park rides stay open after hours too. And since both parties are capped off at a limited number of guests, you're going to be able to get on these rides with little to no wait times to worry about. Biggest waits to worry about at these parties are for the characters. A new entertainment experience on Cinderella Castle for us? Yep, there's a new Frozen stage show this year. Apparently we've all been really good because this new Frozen themed show, Frozen Holiday Surprise, will be the gift that keeps on giving, night after night. This new projection show will star Elsa, Anna, Kristoff, Olaf, and the Snow Geese as they illuminate the castle in a, quote, whole new way. So no dream lights again this year, y'all. And you're going to love this. The new show will take place both during Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party and during regular park hours, meaning everyone's going to get a chance to see it. Now, like I said, we're probably not going to get the dream lights back this year because they would have been already putting them up on the castle and we would have seen tons of cranes and stuff. But who knows? Maybe we'll be surprised and this will be even better than the dream lights. We'll see. Now, let's take a quick break from Magic Kingdom and Hollywood Studios and give Epcot's festive celebrations a chance to shine. The Epcot International Festival of the Holidays is a global celebration of the season, which typically begins in Epcot the day after Thanksgiving and runs through December 30th. We'll talk more about what you can expect from this festival throughout the course of the video, but what you need to know right now is that unlike Very Merry Christmas Party and Jollywood Nights, Festival of the Holidays does not need a separate party ticket for you to experience it. All you gotta do is buy a regular day ticket and make a park pass reservation for Epcot, and you'll be able to experience this festival all day long. Now, y'all know how much I love festival food, so you're going to be happy to know Festival of the Holidays continues to come in clutch. It's one of my favorite festivals in Epcot. So Epcot features internationally themed food booths around all of the World Showcase. These are called holiday kitchens, we just call them food booths, that you can taste test as you explore the different pavilions. Now, most foods at the holiday kitchens will put you back about $5 to $10, since they're more of a sample size instead of a full-on meal, although the Festival of the Holidays food is a little bit larger portion than some of the rest of the festivals, just a heads up. But you can try several different items if you want to. Look for the ramped up food offerings at booths like American Holiday Table, where we tried a really nice blackened catfish last year, Las Posadas, which featured a brand new giant tostada de barbacoa in 2022 that we're hoping to see come back again, Chestnuts and Good Cheer Holiday Kitchen that warmed us up with hot cocoa and peanut butter whiskey in the past. Do keep in mind, though, that alcoholic beverages at the booths usually cost more than the food, normally ranging around $11 to $15. As we continue waiting for those holiday kitchen updates, you can get ahead of your holiday shopping by checking out our DFB Christmas shirts and sweaters, which will be absolutely perfect for your upcoming visit to Disney World during the most wonderful time of the year. Make sure to check out all the different styles and colors and designs over at dfbstore.com. Okay, let's talk about Hollywood Studios during non-party hours. So even if you're not planning to go to Jollywood Nights, there are still several things you can check out around Hollywood Studios that can get you in the Christmas spirit. Featured holiday events at Disney's Hollywood Studios during the day include Sunset Seasons Greetings, where seasonal projections happen continuously on the Hollywood Tower Hotel once the sun sets, a holiday dine with Minnie and friends at the Hollywood and Vine restaurant that you will need to make advanced dining reservations for most likely, and lots of sweet festive treats. Now, in the past, we've seen Christmas treats pop up across several different quick service locations around the park, including a reindeer mousse at ABC Commissary, holiday tree marshmallow at Dockside Diner, a melted snowman sugar cookie at Pizza Rizzo, and lots of other sweet treats that I'll let you know more about once we learn the official 2023 snack offerings. Now, Magic Kingdom adds plenty of holiday treats to jingle our taste bells too. That was weird, Bria. I don't understand that. Okay, while several are exclusive to Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party, some are available all day, every day during the holiday season. Now, I'm always a big fan of a seasonal cupcake or a classic sugar cookie because sugar is happiness, but I also love seeing those other fun twists like the totally unexpected holiday dinner dog topped with cranberry mustard, stuffing funnel cake, and cheese curds that we saw last year at Casey's Corner. So just get ready. You never know what they're going to come up with. And Disney's Animal Kingdom is a little more subtle about its seasonal festivities, but that does not mean that it's not in a celebratory mood. In fact, one of the very best things to come out of Christmas at Disney World is Animal Kingdom's Merry Menagerie. The Merry Menagerie is made up of winter animal puppets strolling along Discovery Island. The animals come up and greet you while nearby live musicians help to set the scene. Even if you aren't big on celebrating the season, these little guys are a lot of fun to meet in person. All right, let's head over to Jock Lindsay's Holiday Bar. It's time to get into the holiday spirit with some holiday spirits. Every year in Disney Springs, Jock Lindsay's Hangar Bar converts itself into Jock Lindsay's Holiday Bar, which means lots of fun Christmas decor and specialty food and drink for the season. And it's always a little bit tongue-in-cheek over here. Some of the stuff is really, really fun. Last year, we got to try items like a hot chocolate flight, naughty or nice deviled eggs, and coquito and cookies. So if you're looking for some sweet and savory drinks and eats to go along with a holiday spirit, Jock Lindsay knows how to celebrate the season in style. But if you're looking for a totally free way to make your Disney trip merry and bright and you're in Disney Springs, check out the Christmas Tree Stroll. As you make your way around the shopping district, you'll be able to track down custom decorated holiday Disney themed trees. Now, I know you're like, okay, Christmas trees, big deal. I've seen Christmas trees. These are kind of cool though. They are themed to a lot of different Disney features like attractions and characters. And one of our absolute favorites is the Haunted Mansion tree, which I think you're gonna love. Now, want to make sure you find them all? Make sure to pick up a Christmas Tree Stroll map as you enter into Disney Springs. And for an extra bout of Christmas cheer, try doing it at night. Not only will you get to see the trees all lit up, but from time to time, snow and snow flurries will surprise guests who are hanging around town center. One of the most underrated Christmas time experiences happens over at Disney's Fort Wilderness once a year. That's the Christmas Eve Golf Cart Parade. During this parade, Fort Wilderness guests will deck out their golf cart rentals with some festive bling bling and drive it around the resort with all the other holiday-themed carts. Even if you aren't participating, anyone is more than welcome to come by and watch the parade in action. Usually it starts around 3:30 p.m. on December 24th, and you don't want to be in the parks anyway, they're too crowded, but you can always swing by the Fort Wilderness Bike Barn before that time for more details. If you're going to be in Disney World on Christmas Day, then it makes sense that you'd want to track down a festive meal to enjoy with your fam. So it's a good thing lots of Disney World restaurants out there have exclusive Christmas feasts you can only order on December 25th. Last year, participating restaurants included Raglan Road in Disney Springs with a full turkey dinner, Sanaa and Animal Kingdom Lodge with their Celebrate the Season dinner of roast prime rib, with Mukimo, fall vegetables with fig butter and mushroom conserva, and Terralina Crafted Italian in Disney Springs with their braised beef short rib. At nearly every Disney Resort quick service, there is also a Christmas feast made with roasted turkey dinner, cornbread stuffing, mashed potatoes and turkey gravy, seasonal vegetables, and cranberry relish. Now, we'll give you those official 2023 updates once the holiday menus are released, but be prepared to be able to easily find something if you're there for Thanksgiving or Christmas. Whew, I can't believe it took us to number 15 to get to this, but it is time to bring on the gingerbread. You can find plenty of gingerbread representation over at the larger-than-life gingerbread displays at the Grand Floridian Resort, Contemporary Resort, Animal Kingdom Lodge, Boardwalk Inn, and Beach Club Resort. Are themed differently every year. In 2022, it was the Disney Princesses. I can't wait to see what they're literally cooking up for this year. The signature gingerbread house at the Grand Floridian Resort is so huge that cast members can stand inside it to serve holiday treats, and Disney's Animal Kingdom Lodge features a gingerbread giraffe who was joined by a baby zebra last year. And you don't need an after-hours party ticket to see this festive overlay inside Magic Kingdom. Daytime guests can enjoy a very merry and very hilarious ride on the Jingle Cruise, aka the annual holiday makeover of the Jungle Cruise in Adventureland. It features tons of festive decor and, of course, all the very merry puns you could ever want. Even the queue for the ride is littered with holiday-themed gags and decor to help pass the time as you wait to board. Definitely worth a try. Santa Claus stays very busy when he visits Disney World, so if your kiddo is wanting to meet jolly old St. Nick in person, you'll have plenty of chances to make that happen. Last year, Santa meet and greets happened at the gazebo just behind Ye Olde Christmas Shop in Magic Kingdom, inside the Once Upon a Toy gift shop in the Disney Springs Marketplace, and in the Odyssey Pavilion in Epcot during the Festival of the Holidays. But don't worry, in our DFB guide to the Walt Disney World holidays, we've got all the details for you of where to meet them, how the virtual queues work, and all of that. Now, speaking of our good friend Kris Kringle, you can actually write him a letter all year long over at the Ye Olde Christmas Shop in Magic Kingdom. Using the blank templates and crayons the location provides, you can draft a letter to Santa. Once you're done writing your letter, you drop it into Santa's very own mailbox, and voila, you're officially ready for the holidays. And again, that's all year long. You can do that tomorrow if you want. Along with Ye Olde Christmas Shop, there's one more holiday gift store open year-round inside Disney Springs, and that's Disney's Days of Christmas in the Marketplace District. Both Christmas shops can also customize ornaments, select Mickey ears, and celebration buttons for an extra $3. It's a great deal. Oh, and you know how I just mentioned that DFB holiday guide? If you need help planning your Disney World Christmas vacation, make sure to pre-order that guide over at dfbstore.com. We've compiled years of Disney Parks holiday experience so that you don't miss a treat, a holiday meal, an event, or an activity. Not to mention, this guide will highlight new events and holiday happenings, has over 350 photos, an events calendar, touring suggestions, an informative FAQ section, and a lot more. Just make sure to type in code YouTube for some extra savings on that guidebook for the most wonderful time of the year. Disney World always has a lot of food options for you to choose from, no matter what time of year you visit, but those food options increase around the holiday season. Sometimes because there's going to be so many people there, but also because they've got a lot of extra stuff to add in. During this busy time of year, a handful of the Disney Park quick service locations, which tend to stay dark during non-peak seasons, open back up to accommodate even more hungry guests. For example, Tomorrowland Terrace will more than likely open up inside the Magic Kingdom, instead of just being available for guests who've purchased happily ever after dessert parties. You're also probably going to see Tortuga Tavern serving a little bit more often, and these places could serve basic theme park eats, or they could serve their typical menus. You just never know. Now, how do you experience after hours without the extra ticket? Well, during the last few days leading up to Christmas, the energy in the Disney parks picks up a lot. And a big reason for that is because regular daytime guests visiting Magic Kingdom during Christmas week can usually enjoy holiday entertainment that's typically exclusive to Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party without having to pay for that extra party ticket. For instance, in 2022, daytime guests could enjoy showings of Mickey's Once Upon a Christmas Time parade, which ran from December 23rd to the 31st. The Mickey's Most Merriest Celebration stage show in front of Cinderella Castle was available several times each evening for all to see from December 23rd to 31st. And here's the big one, Minnie's Wonderful Christmas Time fireworks were available for guests at 8:15 p.m. each night from December 23rd through December 29th. But, side note, the parks will be packed out on these days, so going earlier in the season could still be worth it for you just to avoid the shoulder-to-shoulder crowds. Now, this next one is super underrated. During the Festival of the Holidays in Epcot, holiday storytellers are stationed in each pavilion to share traditions from the different nations making up the World Showcase. Some of the storytellers include a mischievous magical barn Santa in the Norway Pavilion, a Chinese lion dancer in the China Pavilion, a Hanukkah storyteller between the Morocco and France pavilions, Canadian holiday voyagers in the Canada Pavilion, that Italian witch La Bufana, and several other holiday guests who are ready to share their seasonal stories with you. Now, do you want to find a snowman? Olaf's holiday tradition expedition scavenger hunt happens around Epcot's Festival of the Holidays. To participate, you'll need to head over to one of 3 gift shops to purchase your scavenger hunt map. World Traveler at International Gateway has them, Port of Entry, or the Creations shop. Maps usually cost around $10. During this hunt, you'll be searching for Olaf statues hidden throughout the World Showcase, and each Olaf statue will be holding an item, which will correspond with the stickers on your map. If you can match each item sticker to its specific location where you found it, then you'll win a prize, which you can collect at one of the gift shops I just listed off. But, by the way, you don't have to complete the scavenger hunt to get the prize. You can always ask the cast member at the checkout for your prize as soon as you buy the map, since you already paid for it and all. That way, even if you don't get around to completing it, you still have that participation prize to look back on. And now for one of Epcot's most anticipated shows of the year. The Epcot Candlelight Processional tells the Christmas story with a 50-piece orchestra and choir, as well as a celebrity narrator that changes out for a lot of the shows. In the past, narrators have included Neil Patrick Harris, Simu Liu, Josh Gad, Angela Bassett, Whoopi Goldberg, Courtney Vance, and several other special guests, which you'll be able to track down on the Disney World website once they're announced, or over at DFB as well. Now, this show gets really crowded, so if you want a good seat, or a seat at all, make sure to line up for the America Gardens Theater early. Usually this performance happens 3 times daily between 5 and 8:30 p.m., but always double check the Disney World schedule online or on the My Disney Experience app for the specifics for your particular trip. Now, another way to make sure you can see the Candlelight Processional without having to get in line for it like an hour beforehand is by purchasing a Candlelight Processional dining package. So this is a coveted ticket. It provides a lunch or dinner meal at select Epcot restaurants, as well as guaranteed seating for the Candlelight Processional. Booking for the 2022 Candlelight Processional dining packages opened on October 6th, so I'd recommend keeping your ears to the ground and to our newsletter for this year's date. We're assuming a similar release time will happen this year. You can join our newsletter for free. We will let you know as soon as we find out when booking dates open for the Candlelight Processional dining packages, and the link to sign up is right down in the description. Now, you're definitely going to want to spend your holidays with the Guardians of the Galaxy. Last year was the first time we were introduced to the holiday overlay for Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind, and we're looking forward to seeing it return in 2023. Instead of the 6 usual songs you could potentially get during the rest of the year, the holiday mixtape version of this ride plays a medley of holiday tunes, including Run Run Rudolph, Deck the Halls, and Jingle Bells. But these versions of the songs aren't the classic you hear blasting on the radio. The lyrics have been updated with a Guardians twist. You'll hear Rudolph replaced with Rocket, and of course Groot has to get a word or 3 in too. Even Living with the Land, one of the best rides in Epcot, gets all dressed up for the Festival of the Holidays. When you ride this easygoing boat ride during the end of the year festivities, you'll find several holiday details on display around the greenhouse. The season's greetings start with Christmas lights as you float through the tunnel, and then you'll get to see oversized Christmas ornaments, colorful little lights in the sand, adorable snowman families, spruced up hidden Mickey greenery, snowflakes in the biolab, and trees covered in lights throughout the rest of the greenhouse areas. Definitely worth a ride. And speaking of getting spruced up for the holidays, Spaceship Earth presents a sparkling holiday lights display in the evenings during this time of year too. During Spaceship Earth's evening light show, you're going to hear a bit of festive music and get the chance to ooh and ah over the gorgeous holiday color schemes shining across the park icon. This holiday light show plays several times throughout the course of the evening, but if history repeats itself, it'll more than likely rotate back and forth with Spaceship Earth's regular Beacon of Magic show as well. So if the show you see isn't as festive as you were hoping for, just stick around for the next one. They happen every 15 minutes. And if you don't want to meet Santa in person, but you still want to wave at him from afar, Hollywood Studios can help you out with that. Santa tends to pay several visits to the star-studded park by way of a merry motorcade. His stylish red vehicle travels all the way down Hollywood Boulevard multiple times throughout the day and is accompanied by dancing elves, giant reindeer, Pluto dressed as a reindeer, and Snope. So keep your eyes peeled for old St. Nick in that shiny sports car. You won't be able to miss him. Another way you can say hi to Santa without sitting on his lap and telling him what you want for Christmas is by catching him on his way down the Discovery River in Animal Kingdom. Santa's going to periodically board his own festive flotilla and wave to guests in passing. These festive flotillas could also be carrying the Discovery Island drummers instead, and they keep the river moving and grooving. Still in Animal Kingdom, one good thing about the days getting shorter when winter is upon us is that the Tree of Life Awakening show starts back up again. Throughout the holiday season, the projections on the Tree of Life go into holiday mode, delivering beautiful winter-inspired scenes across Animal Kingdom's park icon. It is absolutely stunning, so if you do spend all day in Animal Kingdom, be sure to stick around for this. Now, we're going to talk about Santa just one more time here. So what if meeting Santa isn't enough and you want to have breakfast with him too? Well, multiple Disney Springs restaurants do host exclusive breakfast with Santa during a limited window in December. Last year, we saw Santa swing by restaurants like Maria and Enzo's, T-Rex Cafe, and Rainforest Cafe. We'll let you know on the website which restaurants will be inviting Santa back this year once we learn more details. That'll also be in our newsletter, of course. And this is a very little known thing that happens in Disney World during the holiday season, the sleigh rides. At Disney's Fort Wilderness, you can book a 25-minute horse-drawn sleigh ride to take you around the resort. Each sleigh can fit up to 4 adults or 2 adults and 3 small children, and each ride starts at $75, but this could change depending on the date. Now, maybe you want to spend Christmas at a water park? Blizzard Beach Water Park presents a snowy fun in the sun theme all year long, but the holidays deliver an enhanced holiday atmosphere to this always wintry water park. The festive fun last year included holiday-themed snacks, snowfall, and inner tubes with a festive look. And don't forget to book around a Winter Summerland mini golf while you're at it, because here you can join Santa and friends in an 18-hole course designed by Kris Kringle himself. This golf course is located right next to Blizzard Beach, and it's open all year long. Disney Springs brings in a lot of free entertainment during the holiday season as well. As you shop around Disney Springs, look for pop-up entertainment like Toy Soldier stilt walkers, snowflake skaters, and Yuletide tunes spun by DJs. Speaking of live entertainment, during the winter holidays, you're bound to find lots of talented musicians sharing good tidings and cheer with their impressive ways. Many of the resorts will often feature carolers or other musicians, which you'll likely find hanging around the Grand Floridian, Wilderness Lodge, and Yacht Club. Also keep an eye out for roasted chestnuts outside the Grand Floridian lobby. And of course, the toys in Toy Story Land are celebrating the Christmas season in Hollywood Studios. As you ride on Alien Swirling Saucer, listen to the music playing overhead for some seasonal techno tunes. And check out the toys' new holiday attire. Woody likes to sport his red and white scarf, even if Orlando temperatures stay warm and toasty, while Rex likes to wear a pair of antler ears, transforming him into the dino deer we never knew we needed. Along with the music and costume changes, the halls are decked to the nines in Toy Story Land with decor like giant pumpkin garland, sugar cookie characters, and ornaments with family-friendly faces. I'm actually wondering if Roundup Rodeo Barbecue is going to have a little overlay for the Christmas season this year. We'll keep you updated. Don't walk past this Hollywood Studios show in Echo Lake. For the first time in forever, a Frozen sing-along celebration receives a new finale just for the holiday season, featuring our main snowman, Olaf. The sing-along happens multiple times throughout the day, so check your My Disney Experience app for an updated schedule before you visit. And honestly, I could probably spend an entire day in Echo Lake alone just looking at all the different vintage-inspired decor. So much of it is like walking into a Christmas time capsule. But one of our favorite parts of the Echo Lake holiday setup, Gertie the dinosaur puts on a Santa hat to celebrate too. Now, here's a holiday activity that'll even make Santa jealous. In Epcot, you can take the holiday cookie stroll. As you make your way around the holiday kitchens for Festival of the Holidays, you can try the 5 designated cookies featured in your festival passport. Once you've received stamps in your passport for all 5 cookies, you can redeem your accomplishment and win a free completer cookie. But consider having other people in your group help you out with this one, because that's a lot of sugar to take on by yourself. Good tidings and cheer also take place at select Good Neighbor hotels, which partner with Disney to give guests similar park benefits but aren't owned by Disney. For example, the Walt Disney World Swan and Dolphin Hotel celebrates the season with a calendar full of activities that they'll have listed on their website, including 2 special guest hosts, Santa and Mrs. Claus, because this is, of course, where they vacation. Meanwhile, hotels like Waldorf Astoria Orlando and Four Seasons Resort also get into the holiday spirit with Christmas decor and seasonal offerings. So even if you want to stay at a Good Neighbor hotel for your holiday visit, you won't have to miss out on all the Christmas fun. Now, something is returning to Disney World this year that we haven't seen since 2019. Due to the pandemic, Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party was canceled in 2020, and in 2021, Disney introduced a new event called Disney's Very Merriest After Hours, which was like the Christmas party, but toned down a little bit. When Mickey's full-blown Christmas party returned in 2022, we were excited to see the parade had returned with it, but also sad to see that the toy soldiers were still not playing their musical instruments. But this year, the toy soldiers will showcase their musical talents once again. Recently, we saw an update pop up on the Disney Auditions website asking for student musicians to take on the role of the toy soldiers in Mickey's Once Upon a Christmas Time parade, meaning nature is continuing to heal, my friends, slowly but surely. Now, we've seen Spaceship Earth glow in Tower of Terror and Tree of Life, but what about Cinderella Castle? Doesn't Cindy spruce up her place for the season? Oh yeah, so holiday projections light up Cinderella Castle each evening, making it merry and bright with vibrant colors and embellishments. So be sure to pay attention for that light up to happen. And good news, very merry partygoers, you'll be able to ride Magic Kingdom's newest coaster, Tron Light Cycle Run, during the After Hours event too, but you're still going to need to hop into a virtual queue to access this ride. Starting at 6 p.m., all guests going to Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party will be able to grab a boarding pass for this ride via the My Disney Experience app. So make sure to remember to grab yours, because a standby queue for this attraction won't be available on party nights. The same goes for Rise of the Resistance during Jollywood Nights. Because of the popularity of this dark ride, you will need to grab a virtual queue for it during this After Hours event too. Oh, and so here's some more very important Very Merry Party info for you. Be Our Guest and Cinderella's Royal Table are typically open from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. during party nights, offering party guests an extra chance to book reservations at either of these popular restaurants. But here's my 2 cents. Unless this is your one and only Disney World trip and you just really want to eat at one of these restaurants, yet you couldn't get an ADR for either one ahead of time, then I wouldn't personally take time out of my party to dine at a table service restaurant. Eating at either of these castle restaurants is going to take up a good chunk of your party time, so you'll end up paying extra for the party ticket, then even more money on top of that just to eat for an hour or so. These restaurants are cool, but I recommend trying out some of those quick party exclusive eats instead so you can make the most of your time at this event. If you're visiting Magic Kingdom during the day, you can always see if any last minute availability pops up for these restaurants before the party starts by checking on the dining tips board on your My Disney Experience app. Much like the parks and Disney Springs, the Disney World hotels like to whip up exclusive treats around November and December too. Many treats include design elements and flavors typically associated with the holiday season, like gingerbread and cinnamon and peppermint, all that good stuff. When we're eating all of these treats, we get definitely pepperminted out, I will say that. Now, when the full list of Christmas eats is released, we'll let you know what seasonal beverages and holiday-themed cupcakes and tarts and treats and gingerbread men can be found at each and every one of the resorts for 2023. We go to all of them and we eat it all. And speaking of treats, Krampus is definitely coming to town, and it's kind of a good thing. Over at Gideon's Bakehouse in Disney Springs, we're always finding exclusive offerings that rotate out every month. But throughout the month of December, we're blessed with even more wintry treats to look forward to. The first is the Kris Kringle Cookie, which is a white chocolate coffee bean cookie made with coconut, caramel, and vanilla bean notes. And the second is the Cookie Vom Krampus, a deeply rich, super chocolate cookie that's infused with the icy cool of a frozen heart and covered in dreadfully delicious Andes mint. But what if you prefer Gideon's cakes over their cookies? They've got seasonal options for those as well. The Kris Kringle cake is a soft vanilla cake filled with specks of ground coffee and covered in a fluffy marshmallow buttercream, blended with coconut and vanilla bean flavors and ribboned with house-made salted caramel. And the Cake vom Krampus is a sinful red velvet cake covered in an ultra mint chocolate cream cheese frosting. And don't forget about the Krampus cold brew. You can order one of those throughout the month of December too for a caffeinated beverage mixed with rich and velvety chocolate mint homemade sauce. Even if Santa can't stay on a Disney World vacation forever, after all, he's got a big job this season. When Christmas Eve rolls around and Santa's got to hightail it on out of there to deliver presents to all the good little boys and girls across the globe, Santa Goofy takes over. You can meet Santa Goofy up until New Year's Eve. And when Christmas wraps up, the festivities aren't even close to being over yet. You can ring in the new year inside the Disney parks in multiple ways. First of all, 3 of the 4 parks stay open much later on New Year's Eve. Last year, Hollywood Studios was open until midnight, while Epcot and Magic Kingdom were open until 1 a.m. Magic Kingdom also has their Fantasy in the Sky fireworks at both 6:30 p.m. and 11:50 p.m., leading into a countdown for the new year. And of course, you gotta have your celebratory snacks on hand too. Limited time New Year's Eve and New Year's Day treats will be offered around the parks and resorts. A foodie guide might be released on the Disney website a few days ahead of the holiday, but if not, we'll be on the lookout at quick service spots all around the parks and resorts for any sneaky, exclusive eats that we happen to stumble upon while we're there. Are you in the holiday spirit yet? We've got tons of Disney World festive news that we're still waiting to learn more about, so make sure to keep tuning back to the DFB channel as we'll continue to update you on all the merry magic there is to come. And don't forget about our DFB holiday guide, y'all. Seriously, that thing's going to be packed out with 500 pages all about Disney World's holiday offerings and food, as well as crowd-avoiding tips, a full calendar of the festivities, and recipes you can do back home. It's the perfect early Christmas gift for someone who's planning on hitting up the most magical place on Earth during the most magical time of the year. Or you can pick it up as a gift for yourself because you have earned it. Thanks for listening, everyone, and thanks for watching. As always, this is AJ for Disney Food Blog, and we'll see you real soon.